Now, as well as the rampant "we have a new show" type of excitement taking place throughout OTV towers, we were also hobnobbing in our studio lounge, or green room, as we like to say, with a multitude of well-known faces. Yes. For once, Eddie was on his best behaviour, but I did have to prevent him from taking, you know, out his autograph book and taking a few unauthorised snaps of the guests for his Facebook profile.
Now, don't start with that again, Leah. You know, sometimes I just couldn't resist. You've seen the people who've come down here. Just watch this little keepsake of our interview highlights and you'll understand why. I promise you will.
You will?
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
For those who don't know, you were in a very well-known soap opera. Remind us.
Well, of course, the question is it called Dynasty or Dynasty?
Yes, that's what we just been arguing
about. You know, we've come down to Dynasty.
I've come down to Dynasty.
And you mentioned that the Americans say Dynasty.
Americans say Dynasty, and here most people, but not everyone, say Dynasty.
So we're going to keep it Dynasty. We're here
Dynasty. So you're in Dynasty. For quite a few. What was the character you played?
I played Fallon. And there's actually two Fallons, because there was another girl playing the part before I joined the show. Right. And in fact, they're on television at the moment, the reruns, which is potentially very embarrassing for me.
You were saying, I was there. No, we don't see you. Where are you?
Oh, no, I mean, it's...
But you brought the British glamour, all the outfits. And
it just looks so funny now, in retrospect, you know.
But the 80s have come back.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're wearing the shoulder pads now and all of that, so you're looking hot.
No, but they say if you're old enough to have those clothes, the retro clothes still in your cupboard, that you're too old to wear them.
You're a born-again Christian.
I am.
And you're young.
I am.
And you're promoting the word and you're spreading the message.
I sure am.
How did that all come about?
I mean, I was in church from a young age. Like, I was brought up in church, came along to about 12, the kind of like where you start playing football and stuff like that, and then games started falling on Sundays. I then got into street hockey, which is like hockey on skates for those that don't know, and I was really good at that, so I ended up going into that like hard body, and I was there all the time, and I didn't ever see church like until Christmas, the one-off when you go in for the Christmas service. But that was like an avenue for me to just slip away from everything that was church, do you know what I mean? And I moved into a whole heap of things that were so not where I should have been. The regulars for kids, when I got older, 15 kind of ages, fornication, do you know what I mean? I hung around with a lot of guys that did drugs. You know, I never personally did drugs. That was for one reason. I thought too much of myself, and I thought if I start taking drugs, I'm gonna mash up my face. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start looking nasty, you know. So it was a bit of a vain thing that kept me out of it, but hey.
How did a boy from Hackney now get into comedy? Why did you first get into comedy?
My first passion was football, right? That was all I wanted to do. That's
Surprise.
That's all I wanted to do.
But you wasn't very good.
No, I was terrible. I was terrible. I was right back. That's why I was.
Right at the back.
Right back on the bench. Yeah, that's where they kept me. And basically, my first, I spent the whole summer getting into like the School of Excellence, yeah? I spent the whole summer. So the first game of getting in there, I went carnival. Didn't turn up. Didn't turn up, right? Very, very indisciplined. That was my problem. But I decided I wasn't enjoying football as much anymore. My backup was always, you know, my family had said always have a backup plan, which was to teach. Yeah. I wanted to do drama or English. So I went and did Camp America. Amazing.
I always wanted to do that.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Rad.
So I went out there.
Did you have a roomie?
No, I had a homie.
Oh.
So basically, I went out there and then started working with children. On the weekends, you got the weekends off, and then I went into a place called Best Buy, a store, and I bought this Martin Lawrence DVD, and I actually thought it was a film, right? So I'm buying this DVD, I'm like, well, where's the other actors? You know what I mean? It was just him standing up on stage, and that's when I fell in love with comedy.
Have you got any horror live radio stories, any craziness that happened and choice?
I love it when crazy, you know, when things go wrong or when craziness happens. I actually think that those are the best moments because you can really sort of turn them into something. I mean, I suppose we've had so many guests over the years that that I haven't always gelled with. Janet Jackson springs to mind.
Ooh, really?
Massively lovely, but I didn't gel with her. Martin did.
Oh, right. He always does with the girls.
He always, I know. I kind of have the boys. He has the girls. So that didn't go so well from my point of view.
Who would you say is your favourite that's walked through the doors, though?
I love JLS.
Oh, I love
so
them,
much.
everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're four guys who are best friends.
Yeah.
They really are. They get on really well. They gel so amazingly. And when they come in, Aston always sits on my knee.
The product is known as the Duchy. That's the name of the range or the company, what you call it, which you set up with. You set up some of the product with the Prince of Wales. That's all exciting. I want to know about that. How did he get involved?
We love royalty.
We do love royalty.
Yeah, we're all very patriotic, and I was really honoured actually and privileged. I think after the success of launching them for the first 3 years, I was approached by somebody from Buckingham Gate, the CEO of Duchy Originals, which is a charity set up by the Prince of Wales, which sits under the Prince's Trust.
Fantastic.
And they said, we're all very fond of your products, and they're very ethical products, and the ingredients are fantastic. Would you consider developing some for us? So I said, just give me some time to think about it. Yes.
Exactly.
I'd be honoured, and I was really privileged, and it's really sort of been one of the highlights of my career.
We've got to talk about EastEnders. I definitely saw you on that show.
Yeah, you did.
You played footballer.
Yes, I played football at Ellis, Playboy football player who had an affair with Chelsea.
Yeah.
I always have to clarify the girl, not the team.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good arc, good fun.
Off screen, behind the scenes, were everyone as you expected? The first day of work, were they welcoming? Was it a bit intimidating?
You know what? It was unique for me because I've done Hotel Babylon for 4 years now. So I've been a regular on that, and we have our own sort of family unit. The crew and the cast. We're all really close. Yeah. So suddenly stepping out and doing something like EastEnders, where in a way they've got that similar kind of thing. When you see how long it's been running and how long some of the characters have been there. It was sort of. I'm the new guy, so that was interesting. But it's nice to see it from that angle. It keeps things fresh as well, for me as an actor.
I got invited by the Prime Minister to number 10 Downing Street as part of 100 most influential black people in the country. But when I stood back and I looked at these 100, famous black people, I didn't know most of them. And I'm thinking that's a tragedy, because if they had 100 white, influential people in the country, I would have known most of them. So, I think it's very important for me to, on Dragons Den, that people of my background can actually see a success. And I don't run fast and I don't kick a ball. As a matter of fact, I can't do both. So, and most of the time when you're afforded this kind of publicity on TV, on primetime TV, it's because of one or the other. You've got to either be running fast as a black man, or you're going to be some sports, a footballer or some kind. And this was the first instant that somebody was becoming famous on TV, and it was about finance and enterprise.
Still to come, there'll be more chat from Richard Blackwood, ex-EastEnders actor Gary Beadle, and exclusive acoustic performances from Mobile nominee Priscilla Jones, plus gifted singer-songwriter Louise Golby.
So we'll see you after the break.